It's Sunday. It must be Sunday dinner with Chef Joe. Hey everybody, and welcome to another absolutely beautiful day here in New England. I mean, I'm not going to get into the whole weather forecast like I did last week, but it is absolutely beautiful here today. And we're going to be doing ribs, so what's better than that, right? So before we get into the ribs, I just wanted to give a little bit of housekeeping news. This actually is our season finale of Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe. But I know there's this groan going across America right now as you hear, as I say that. But don't worry, guys. It's not that bad, because the new season of Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe will begin on Sunday, November 8th, when we move everything indoors, and we're going to start doing our winter episodes. And we're going to start right off, because we're going to be right before the holidays, so we're going to start right off with appetizers and holiday ideas. So make sure you get ready for that. And you know me, I'm always got my stuff out on social media, so you know there's going to be pictures between now and the 8th. You know there might be a video or two pop up here and there. And I'm also going to repeat some encore episodes of Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe that will air on at 5 o'clock time frame. So you won't lose Sunday dinner. It will, if it's Sunday, it'll still be Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe until the 8th. So we're gonna do ribs today, but before we do ribs, there's guests at the Tiki Bar. And guess what, everybody? This is the most awesome thing. So these people I have known for over 30 years. Easily. They're from my old world of the circus and Disney on Ice. And like, what a better people to celebrate the season finale outside of Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe. I mean, look at that. It's great. We have Karen, we have Joe, and we have Ann. And Murphy.
Hey, Murphy.
Murphy used to be a star on the circus.
Murphy could do twirls and stuff, I saw. Absolutely. There you go. So anyways, it's a great day here at Joe's. All right, let's talk ribs. So today I'm going to show you guys a couple of different things. The reason I wanted to do ribs today is because probably when I talk about grilling with anybody, the most questions I get is usually about ribs. So we're gonna talk about ribs. I'm gonna show you how to do some things with them. I'm gonna show you how to season them correctly and do a rub with them, and then I'm gonna show you some examples of what we did. So this is a rack of baby back ribs right here, and before you season them, you always want to trim them up a little bit. So like these pieces of fat and stuff, you don't want those. They're not going to help you at all with your ribs. I mean, let's face it, you guys want the meat on the ribs. You want them to come sliding right off those bones. We know that's what you want. So, and then on the back of it, a lot of times people, you know when you eat ribs and it feels like there's a piece of paper on the back of your rib and you're like, did like somebody put like parchment paper on the back of my ribs? No, that is called, if you get that at a restaurant, it's called laziness. And there is a membrane that's right back here. So all you need to do with that is, I've just taken the tip of a knife and to start it, and then I'm just going to take my finger once I can get underneath there. Can you zoom? Are you zooming in on that? Mm-hmm. And we're going to pull this membrane right off. Sometimes it's easy, and sometimes it's hard. The other rack I did earlier was really easy. So, but you do want to take it off, because again, when you eat ribs, you tell them, Murphy, when you eat ribs, you don't want to have this stuff on the back of your thing. So you want to get it right there, and then like I said, so there you go. As you can see, we're taking that membrane right off. All right. Look at There, it's going right, coming right off. All right. Got it. There you go. Once that's gone, you're good to go. All right. I think it's time we make a rub for this. What do you think? So, with me, I like dry rub when I do ribs. Okay, if you want to use sauce, sauce is great. Buy any kind of sauce you want. Have it on the side. But I always do them dry, and then you can sauce them any way you want. But with a rub, to me, there are 3 essential things that have to go into your rub, and then after that, you can mess with it any way you want. So the first one is you need salt. So we're using 2 tablespoons of salt. The next ingredient you have to have is brown sugar. Again, that's what helps with the caramelization on the dry rub. So that's 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. And the other is pepper. And this is like a tablespoon of pepper. All right? So we're going to mix those up. So that's your base that we're starting our rub with. Now, that would be pretty, we could leave it like that, but it would be really boring, wouldn't have a ton of, it'd probably be just like a sweet flavor to it. But we don't want to do that. So we're going to add some stuff to make a really nice rub. So I have here about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper we're going to add. I have cumin, which is, I think is really an essential in barbecuing. So this is 2 tablespoons of cumin. All right. I've got a tablespoon of chili powder. And I have 2 tablespoons of paprika. We're just going to mix all that up. Real simple. All right. And then we're going to just put that all over our ribs. Okay. And rub them right in. Okay. A little more over here. Flip it over. Let's do the front. You really want to make sure you got everything, because again, when you're breaking these ribs up, you know, you want to make sure that every rib has some seasoning on it. Okay. All right. So as you can see, that really takes up pretty much what I just gave you for that recipe. Really will easily do a rack of ribs, no problem. All right, so we're done with that. Get that, put that over here for now. And we're going to take our ribs and we're going to put that right on it. Now, from this point, we can do it on a smoker or we can do it on a grill. Now, a lot of you don't have smokers, and I understand that. So we're going to do this one on a grill. And what I've done is, you're going to take it and you're going to put it, you're going to light your whole grill, you're going to heat it all up, and then you're going to turn off, depending on what kind of grill you have, gas grill, you're going to turn off at least part of it. All right? So, get these out of the way. This is, so what I've done is, back here is not lit. Front is only one that's lit. I've been messing with it throughout the last couple hours to get it to a 325 degree temperature inside there. And then we're going to just take our ribs and we're going to put that right on there on the non-lit side back here. And we're just going to close that and we're going to leave that for about 3 hours. All right? Easy, right? Easy, easy, easy squeezy. Now, while I'm cleaning this up, got to do our other favorite topic that we always do on our show, which is, what's Joe drinking? Well, since it's our season finale, I'm going for it all today. All right. So, first and foremost, I wanted to have a nice glass of rum for the season finale, and I got my Cockspur rum from Barbados, which my wife and I have some funny stories about Cockspur rum that I cannot talk about because I would be in really big trouble right now. Right? Yeah, she's nodding. Yeah, she's running the camera right now. So anyways, this Cockspur rub is from Barbados. My son found it for me. This is a really nice one. And, but you know, this is the season finale. And what goes with ribs? Beer. And of course, Joe brought beer. So, got to have the king of beers, right? St. Louis, ribs, barbecue, right?
Always.
Always. We always remember, we were just talking about St. Louis the other day, and we were talking about how we used to go to the Cardinals baseball games, and the beer tenders would come down and go, Budweiser, the king of beers, here comes the king of beers. And then right behind would be a woman carrying Busch beers going, here comes the queen of beers, here comes the queen of beers, what beer? And by the way, I don't think there was one stand at the stadium, at Busch Stadium, that sold something beyond an Anheuser-Busch product.
It was Busch Stadium.
Was Busch Stadium. Right. And the only reason they did that was because by NBA, or what is it, Major League Baseball rules, they couldn't just serve their beer and not anything else. So I think they had one tap of St. Pauli Girl, but if you could find it, they should give it to you for free because you couldn't even find where they did it. But so anyways, we got rum and I got Budweiser. All right. Let's look at some ribs that I did. So, those are our baby backs that we put on. Now in my smoker, talking about St. Louis, I have here, oh, this is really good. Let me grab my platter. We have ribs, St. Louis style ribs that I've had in the smoker for the last about 4 hours, 3.5 hours probably. So these are St. Louis style ribs. All right. Those are St. Louis ribs. As you can see, they're a lot bigger than the baby backs. In fact, we have a rack of baby backs that are done. So I'm going to bring those out right now. So we have, as you can see, so these are the baby backs and these are the St. Louis. So if you want to know where it is, so baby backs are the back of the ribs of the pig. So that's why they're smaller. It's the end of the spine basically. Where these are more on the main rib cage area. All right. So that's what we have right here. So that is the difference right here between them. Now, this one has been on the smoker, so as you can see, it really, the color is absolutely a lot different. These are actually the same rubs, you guys, and yet the colors are very different. So this is what happens when you put it on the smoker for 3 hours, and this is what happens when you put it on the grill for 3 hours, huh?
It's a bark, right?
It's the bark. You got it. Oh, after 31 years of marriage, I taught her some barbecue. I'm on. It's awesome. Right. Now, you can tell these ribs are going to fall right apart. Look at this, you guys. They're literally just breaking apart. That's why I had to get a plate. All right? These are literally falling right apart. So, now, we're not done because this is our season finale rib episode. So, I have even more ribs for you to look at. So, let's put these over here. I'll put these here for a minute. I have even more ribs for you to look at. I tried to get beef ribs, but I couldn't get any beef ribs. So I smoked some short ribs. I've got some short ribs that I've had in the smoker for the last 3 hours. So I couldn't get a rack of beef ribs. You know, this is Massachusetts and we're not in Texas, so it's a little harder. Anyways, sorry Texas people, I really apologize. But anyways, this is the best I could do for beef, so I got some short ribs. And all I did with these is, so I started with the rub with the same way I did with the salt, I did brown sugar, and I did the pepper. And then from there, I actually found in my spice drawer, I had some no salt Montreal steak seasoning. So I added that to the rub. So this will give it a little bit more of like a, like a Montreal steak grilled beef type of flavor. But as you can see, they're very soft. These are gonna be absolutely beautiful for doing. And then we're not done yet on ribs. So I found these. They called them country spare ribs, and not sure why they call them that, but I always know that these are literally like the ends. I always say these are almost like poor man's ribs, but they're very they're really just mostly meat, which is fantastic. So if you like a lot of meat, and then what I did with these is I marinated them overnight in Speedy sauce. Speedy's from Binghamton, New York, from the circus, which you can buy here in Massachusetts now, Speedy sauce. So I'm psyched. So I marinated them all night in Speedy's marinade. And then I had them on the grill for the last 3 hours, and I just literally basted them with the leftover marinade that I had. I basted them over the last 3 hours. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is our ribs. And I know these guys are pretty hungry. Yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about? Say? Yeah, I'm so excited. So, yeah. So don't forget, this is we're going to be back live on Sunday, November 8th. I hope I'm going to be in a really good mood that week. And so, not saying anything more. Anyways, I hope you all stay happy, you stay healthy, and you stay safe. And until I see you again, I'll see you on Sunday dinner with Chef Joe. Bye.